Nice, we've got a grab bar by the back door to go outside for Mother. Oh, she's gonna like that because there's a step down there. And you have a mother who's getting older and who needs to have a nice trusty cane and all to get out to the garbage can just to put her garbage in. You might want to think about putting a grab bar up, and I'll show you how to do that next. You know, the thing I like to say on my videos sometimes is, hey, why pay somebody else when you can do it yourself? And something like that is nice and easy, even if you hardly have no knowledge whatsoever of construction. There's something nice that you can do for someone. Your aunt, your uncle, your mother, your father, anybody that you want to help out. You can start doing stuff like this around the house. That's what my channel is all about. In fact, I say, if I don't think you can do it, I'm not going to show it. And that is what most of my videos are like. I'll explain everything in a minute. If you want to watch this, stick around. Now, I'm kind of here on the fly, and I've got my standby trusty nail bag, my single one that I use while I'm at my mother's house. My other one's at home. Okay, so when I put that up there, the key is I want to try to get it as close to the edge here as I can, but I can't push it up tight or else my little trim piece is not going to snap on there. So I got to leave at least, I don't know, 1/8 of an inch. And I've already marked the top, so I know the top is going to be about right like that. And I'm going to just hold it right there, and I'm going to mark this. And again, I'm not quite sure. I'll probably like something like that. Not quite sure how I'm going to get my drill in there, so I'm going to mark this kind of at an angle. Hold my drill up there to see how I'm going to get it. Okay, that's fine, I can get it. Okay, I know. I'm going to make a mark right there. And down here, probably right up in there. And I'll get one in that area and one down here. I could get by with just one screw, but I'm going to go ahead and put two and two in this other one, and there I go. Okay. I'm going to poke some holes in there, see if I hit anything. I doubt very seriously I'm going to hit any wood. Okay, let's see where I'm at here. I want to make sure I don't get the wrong little marks. Okay, there. And it came with some stainless steel screws. Now, I may not use these stainless steel screws. I might save these for something else. We'll just have to see. My thought is, I might use some sheetrock coarse threaded screws like that. These are coarse. See there? Coarse thread. You go to the store, you can find these in fine threads too. This is coarse thread drywall screw. These are 2-inch. Usually I carry 1 1/4 inch, 1 5/8, 2 inch, 2 1/2, 3 inch. These happen to be 2 inch. And I did find some deck screws that were 3 inches long. See? I might put something like that in there, but I have a feeling the 2 inch are going to work fine. And I've got a slew of those. And see, I'm only going to need a couple. And so I'm going to do just a pilot. Well, let's see. I may not have to do a pilot hole at all, but we'll just get it in there anyways. Got my trusty scratch-all. I always carry a scratch-all in my nail bag. And see, here's another one. This one is actually an ice pick. And I used it for some caulking. That's why it's white. See, I can clean that off. That's an actual ice pick. You know, they used to only have ice picks years ago for like a scratch-all. Okay, I could use either one of those. I don't know why I have two of them. I just kind of put that in at a... See, those have to go in kind of at a slight angle of the dangle. And my other ones right here, see, they're so close together. I could probably, like I say, just get by with one. And they might have put down here where the light switch is, they might have put another block right here. So I might actually hit something there. So just get my little hole going, and then I can put my screwdriver in there and check it out. See, there's nothing in there. And right there, I feel like I'm pushing on a wire or something. I am right next to the stud. But that's okay. See, I think I'm good. Once I put my little screw thing in there, I don't think I'm going to hurt the wire because I'm pushing in on it. Nope, son of a gun. Nothing. Hey, nothing there. I can feel something in the wall, and it's like what is it? Insulation. Okay, so now, since I know there's nothing there, now I can kind of make this a little bigger. I'm using my scratch-all. I usually don't do that. Usually I'll take a little screwdriver and I'm just gonna kind of go back and forth and push in on it. And that's how I make my hole. See there how I'm hitting right there at the wire, but there's enough give in it. Okay. I don't like to just ram things in there, because if you got a wire nailed up against a stud, let's say, you could drill right through it. You could have a copper pipe, water line screwed to the side of a stud, and all of a sudden you hit it and you get water coming out, and you think, oh man, why didn't I check that first? Well, the reason why I made holes there is because I'm going to put some anchors in those two. See this? Drywall anchors. This one, 75 pounds it holds. And they also have some like this for 35 pounds. But I get the 75ers because then that will hold pretty much anything. See? It's just that. Like that. And it comes with some screws. Okay. It comes with some screws because you can only put so big of a screw in there, and usually these anchors come with their screws, and so I just keep them in there. Now see, you can imagine this little screw is going to fit into this big old fat thing. Yeah, because the threads, see, it's only going to fit into there. And so if you get the 35-pound ones, the screw head is actually even smaller than that. And lots of times I'll attach this to something else, and I like to have a little bit bigger screw head. And speaking of that, are they gonna, I hope the screw head doesn't go through this. See there, look, it doesn't. It's gonna be fine. No matter how I put it in, it's not gonna go through. But if I had the 35-pound ones, the screw would go right through that. And so see, I can use these for this grab bar, no problem. And I could skimp and decide to put only one plastic anchor, drywall anchor in the top and the bottom. So I've got that screw. I'm good with those two right there probably. I'm going to take my Phillips screwdriver and I just kind of like that, and that screws right in to the wall. You there? Look at that. That's designed to hold 75 pounds. Yeah. And like I say, I'm not really too concerned as long as these other two, I can hit the stud. And I'm going to just pre-drill that. Yeah, I'm going to hit it, no problem. Okay. Ooh, wow, that drill bit's hot. Okay, I'm going to hold that up there. And put my screw in. Now if I was just doing this on a regular wall by a toilet, let's say, I would use 3 of those anchors if I couldn't hit a stud anywhere, right? But at this point, that one's fine. It's really not going to go anywhere per se, because my next screw is the one that's going to go into the wood stud. So this is just going to help keep it from teeter-tottering. Let's say when I put the other screws in, I thought I would get this side in first. I guess I could have used my drill on those. And then I hear it click, and that's kind of breaking the side off of the little anchor and making it go in that much tighter. And I'm going to take my drill, and I think I'm going to just put my, this is a 12 volt. Never, if you have a chance, see this 12 volt? Years ago, they only had 12 volt. I mean, that's how old this thing is, before they graduated to 18 volt. And now, this is just a regular battery. And they have lithium batteries now. Did you know you can get one, I think up to a 24, is it 20? A 20 volt lithium battery, or 24 volt lithium battery, something like that. And it gives you a little bit more power than the 18 volt, plus it lasts longer. Looking for those at the store. Now see, I'm just using my 2-inch because I only have to go through 5/8 sheetrock, and then I'm into the stud. So I got 1.5 inches of this screw going in there. Now, you tell me, is that going to fall off the wall? Heavens no. That is not going to fall off the wall. Anyone can do this project. Have I shown you anything that you think you can't do yet? I didn't think so. See, I'm just holding my drill at the angle. I've already pre-drilled it at the slight angle to make sure that I hit the stud. Okay. If I were to put that straight in, even if I hit the stud, the last 1/8 inch of the edge of the stud, I would have a tendency of splitting that off. It's not going to hold that well either. That's why I've got to put a little kick on it. That's why I was thinking I might have to use my 3-inch screws. Had I had this moved over, I could have moved this over a 1/2 inch and still caught the edge of the stud, not with the 2-inch, but with the 3-inch screw going through there and then hitting the edge of the stud on the side. You know what I mean? But I mean, you could hang off of that, and it's never ever going to get loose. And now I still have my stainless steel screws I can save for another project. I don't need those stainless steel screws for that because this trim is going to cover it. Right? Remember, I didn't put a screw in there because I decided not to. And this thing just fits on there. There's 3 little nibs on here. Sometimes you have to kind of snap that on, and other times, once you get it, see how it's loose? Well, I just twist it, and then it will catch in there on another nib. Boom, it's tight. Okay, so I fashion that on there, move it a little bit, twist it to the right. Let's see if it goes. And you find a happy medium place where it's going to go. Boom. There it is. How about that? That did not take me very long, did it? And so now, going out the door, I think Mother's going to like that. With minimal tools, you can do something like that too. Okay, let's mimic what Mother's gonna do. She's gonna be walking out here with her cane, and then she's gonna grab that. Oh yeah, that's good, Mikey. Joey. Mikey Joe. Grab that, and then she can hang on to that as she puts her weight down here. Before she was trying to grab this. There's only so much. What if her fingers give way? She falls back. You know, do I want to hear later how she fell backwards and knocked her head and knocked herself silly and unconscious? She's laying out there in the middle of the summer heat for 4 hours. Okay, she can grab onto that however she wants. She can come down this way. As she comes back in, I'm going to have to show her because she likes to. She might be doing this, but this is a little awkward. And she could do this, but she's not going to have as much holding power with that. So I think I'm gonna have her try as she comes back in, right like this. She could step here, and then she can kind of pull herself up. Then she can twist, or she can turn around this way, grab her cane, whatever, leave her cane. You know, as she comes in from the garage. Got her cane out here, she comes in here, sets her cane right there, grabs that, pulls herself in, lifts herself up, comes around, gets her cane, and away she goes back inside the house. Okay, I think my job is done. Well, that's all I got for this time. But I'll be back with more videos.